First ever YouTube live stream. Call it a test if you want. I'm rocking my fake beard these days. Says we have a poor connection. Trying to walk and do this stream. Gotta hit two birds with one stone in life. What up, Kyle? I'm good, man. I'm just going for a little stroll. Whoop whoop. What's up, everybody? Hey, if you're tuned in, the first 4 or 5 comments of you guys are the very first people to tune in to my very first YouTube live stream. So nice. Hey, folks, I just put on this this dream style effect. What do you guys think of this dream style effect? Let me know real quick. What do you think of this? Is that cool? Is it distracting? You guys like my fake beard? Yo, since it's 420. Cool. Well, I think this makes sense. All right, y'all. I wanted to just check out. Yes, okay. Once you say the words, it looks like an LSD trip. I am officially excited. All right. So I'm going to start doing these YouTube live streams. And the first thing I want to do is ask you guys, man, the comments are flying in by the half a second. That's dope. I want to get you guys to make sure that you're subscribed to my Facebook page so you can see tour dates and calendar dates of when we're coming to your city. It's super important, you know what I mean? Let's see, how do I? Yes, fuck the system, smoke weed. Yo, so I'm just on a little walk in my neighborhood here. But the first question I want to pose to you guys on my very first ever stream is, here's the question. Yeah, make sure, oh yeah, before we ask this question, make sure you guys are subscribed to my actual Facebook page to where you hit see first. So you go to the facebook.com/kungfuvampire and you hit see first so that you can get all the information on tour dates and when we're going to be in your city. That's the only way you're going to get that info, because Facebook doesn't want you to see it. You know what I mean? Here, should I change the effect a little bit? Let's try dance party. Woo! What up, Jinzo? Jinzo. Okay. This one says it's the documentary effect. All right, so my first question ever to you guys. Yeah, I know, fuck Facebook, but for Kung Fu Vampire purposes, you can get the tour dates there really easily and get all the info you need about when I'm coming to your city. Or you can just go to kungfuvampire.com and see the dates there as well. Yes, we will be in Vancouver in the second week of September. The date is already actually set, so much love to all my Canadians. You know what? I'm going back to the trippy effect. I think that's the best. All right, y'all, so the question is, do you think the name Kung Fu Vampire has... How you doing?
Kung Fu Vampire. I have to hear this now.
Oh, you got to look it up.
All right.
You got a phone, right?
Funny, dude.
Huh?
I said happy 420.
You too. Has the name Kung Fu Vampire held me back as an artist? All right, that's the question. Has that name held me back as an artist? Has it helped me as an artist? Or do you think it makes no difference? That's the question I want you guys to answer right now. All right. And an addendum to that question is, do you think I could reach the level of success of a Kendrick Lamar or one of these guys? Because personally, I think the name Kung Fu Vampire is super intriguing. It's super cool. And you know what? When people tell me that they think it's hurt my career, I always say, well, what about Rob Zombie? What about White Zombie? What about Flatbush Zombies? What about Vampire Weekend? I mean, I'm just coming up with those right off the bat. I mean, there's just a lot of names out there that are just as crazy as mine or crazier, and they've reached a huge level of success. I just love doing my own thing, you know, my own name, my own style, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Meatloaf. If Meatloaf can do it, man, it's just a trip, because I feel like 90% of my fans, like supporters, I don't like using the word fans, I feel like 90% of them think the name is super cool and they get it. They understand that Kung Fu Vampire is the light energy, or Kung Fu is the light energy, and Vampire is the dark energy. And it's balanced through harmony. Yin versus yang. Yeah, zombies do get more love than vampires. Zombies are so much weaker and whacker than vampires. That's the crazy thing. Vampires are intelligent, swift, fast, immortal creatures of the night. And zombies are just these like fucking losers that get the shit beat out of them, that are easy to kill. So yeah, and you know what, it ain't about mainstream music. Like, I'm not one of those people like my homie Tech Nine, who I'm a very close friend of, who's seeking some sort of, you know, oh, the mainstream will go Tech. You know, really, I mean, Tech is just so good that I think anybody can like him. You know what I mean? All right, J-Town, peace out. Yeah, and yeah, I guess, you know what? It's all like juggalos repping me or liking me. I don't think it hinders the success. Because let's just, for example, say this. Say while I'm doing my own tours, like this newest tour I'm doing is with Locksmith, who's about as far removed from the juggalo world as it gets. I guarantee you when we get on the road, juggalos are gonna love him, and vice versa. You feel me? But what I'm trying to say is this: I don't think juggalos supporting me is going to affect any type of level of success. I feel like, you know, while I'm doing my own tours and while juggalos are, this is just a scenario, right? While juggalos are supporting me, what if at the same time I got, like, you know, business types in Hollywood that are pushing to get me in movies or pushing to get my music on commercial radio? That world is so far removed from the juggalo world that it's like I could do both at the same time. Personally though, I don't care. Like, I'm happy with what I have, but I want to be able to have more power and more control of what I'm doing and not let the industry control me. Oh, Mountain View in the house. Yeah, I'm in a very nice neighborhood in San Jose right now. I don't want to say where, but yeah, so again, if you guys are just tuning in, I know we got a lot of people tuned in right now. It's pretty cool. Do you think the name Kung Fu Vampire has held me back? Do you think it's helped me, or do you think it doesn't matter? Personally, I think the name could go to the top. I think I could be the next Rob Zombie, the next Marilyn Manson, the next Die Antwoord, the next Run the Jewels, the next whatever. Yeah, exactly. You know, every once in a while, a great artist squeaks into the mainstream. I feel like it's... Oh, thank you for the love. Thank you to those that have been repping me that long. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think like in rock and alternative music, it's easier for someone like myself to break through. I feel like hip hop is still like a really small box. It's really like... It's a really, I don't know, judgmental box. Like, to be considered hip-hop, you gotta look a specific way and act a specific way. And, you know, I see artists like 21 Pilots Have you guys heard of 21 Pilots? Is that what they're called? Hey, Charles Neptune. Thank you, bro. I've been seeing you lately. And yeah, and like obviously I'm not gonna go mainstream. I'm not trying to go mainstream. That's not. It's not even a reality to me. Like I'm just doing music. I think Hey, OJ. You know, a lot of people say. No, it's just a dream effect. I'm not trying to blur the neighborhood. Does it look cool or is it distracting? I do have a song with Hobson. Man, you guys are showing me so much love. Like, this is dope. I appreciate that. I love Little Dicky, by the way. I fuck with Little Dicky. Like, Little Dicky, dude, whoever brought up Little Dicky, let me tell you. What up, Alberta, Canada, and this bitch? Let me tell you something about Little Dicky. Perfect example of somebody outside of the box making it in the commercial music world. Little Dicky. That dude is so fucking dope. Do you guys agree with me on this? Like... yeah, Little Dicky is so dope. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I heard him, I'm like, this guy is fucking amazing. His name is weird. He makes fun of his small penis. He makes fun of himself being Jewish, and he makes fun of everything about himself. And he's so dope. He's so much better than almost everything in the mainstream. And it's like, man, there you go. There's a great example of a name and a personality and a look not holding someone back. You know what? I did that song with Hobson, like, it's almost 4 years old now. And no, it hasn't had any mainstream effect. I really don't think Hobson's as mainstream as people think. He's very underground. He's just super huge. He just has a very, very huge web presence and a very huge YouTube presence. Funny story, when I met Hobson, if you guys are interested, when I met Hobson, I actually met him 2010 at the Gathering of the Juggalos when he was just starting to blow up, same exact time as me. I basically started coming up 6 months before him. Like, we both kind of came out in 09, 2010. And I was at the Gathering, and my hair was slicked back. My skin was pretty much brown, you know what I mean? I'm a pretty tan, olivey brown person, especially in the summer or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know Hobson well. Let me tell you a story about how I met him. Basically, someone introduced us, my boy Liquid Assassin, shout out to him. He introduced us and Hobson was like, Kung Fu Vampire? He's like, holy shit, man. He's like, I'm a big fan. Your videos are super dope and unique. He goes... I pictured you being hella tall. This is what Hobson said to me. He goes, man, I thought you were hella tall and white and bald. And he goes, and you're short and you're tan and you have slick back hair. So Hobson definitely knew who I was the very second I met him. He already knew who I was. And you know, I'm kind of like the Darth Vader of this hip hop shit. Like, people know that I appeal to the Juggalos, but people also know that I'm a cypher lyricist and musician and, you know, different than a lot of like artists that are in the underground. You know, we got a live band. There's just a lot of things about us that are different. So, you know, I think most people recognize that. Word of mouth. Shit's dope. Wolfsec. Shout out to Wolfsec. Thank you, Cyclone. Here, since you guys are my first test, let's try a couple. Oh, that effect's not bad. That's not bad. Ooh, that's kind of dope. What do you guys think of that effect? It's kind of like, wow. TNT Bless. What do I think about the Joker? Interesting question. Thank you. Yes, we're all about the live show. Make sure you hit kungfuvampire.com for dates. Make sure you hit the Facebook to Find out when we're coming to your city. Get tickets to our shows. I booked this entire tour myself, okay? So it's 30-something dates, and I booked every single one. That means I called the venue, called the promoters, all that. My opinion on the Joker, he was talking shit and going at my homies Tech Nine and stuff like that, but he's super talented, and I finally talked to him maybe 6 months ago. We met over the phone, and we talked on the phone, and basically he's such a cool dude, and like, he obviously knew who I was already, but the Joker and I felt like I'd known him 5 years already. I feel like we were friends, you know what I mean? So I like Joker. He's super talented. I haven't really listened to his music in depth. He did send me all of his songs, so I need to go through all that. Vancouver's not mentioned yet. It's all still in the works. Cincinnati is still in the works. But yeah, so my thoughts on the Joker, super talented. Do I help other underground artists blow up? I'm not sure. Have you heard of Guerrilla Voltage? Tennessee. I didn't decide not to come to Tennessee. We actually are about to announce the Knoxville date. Esham was kind of my intro to Painted Faces. Very good, RJ. Yes. When him and I did a show in 2009. Yeah, when I did a show with Esham in 2009, there was people with painted faces at the show. And I was blown away. It was cool. Yes, DC Fago guy is cool as fuck and is probably going to be at one of the shows, I'm sure. I don't know about Immortal Technique. He's dope though. The albums I'm digging right now, you know, it's crazy. I don't even listen to music right now. Chris Webby's a friend of mine. We talk on the phone once in a while. We just need to do something and stop bullshitting, you know. South Florida, I am sorry you are not getting a date on this part of the tour. Ronan. Oh, Ronan, what up? We already talked to. I love your name. Yeah, me and Webby. I like Webby. Good guy. Hell yeah. Well, I'm still a young mind myself. Although now in my 30s, I still feel younger than ever. And a lot of people think I'm like in my late 20s, but I am in my 30s. I'm actually 134, if you want to know. Hello. How you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Well, if I get the invite to the gathering, then I'll be there. So far, I haven't, I don't think they've invited anybody just yet. I feel like Little Dicky would definitely say no. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I think 99.9% of all the... Yes, I am the master of ceremony. My ass will never be phony. I ask that you unmask and relax. What's 130 fits? Oh, 130 fits. So yeah, if I get the gathering invite, I will be there, most likely on main stage. But yeah, I think Little Dicky would say no, because I think that these artists nowadays, all they care about is numbers, the come up. That's all they care about. So if my numbers ain't high, no reason to fuck with me. That's how they look at it. That's why you see great artists working with shitty artists. Any new tags you'll pop? What does that mean? Oh, I would love to do Ice-T. Bunny Chiba is awesome. He's a friend of mine. He actually drove me to the airport for Canadian Juggalo weekend in Canada. Yeah, Bunny Chiba is super dope. He has an album ready to go. he's just doing his life thing, man. He lives life, and he doesn't really try to, he's not really trying to push his music super hard, but he is at the same time, you know what I mean? Damn, look at this house. Thank you, Steven. That's what we need. We need people mass sending our music out there. You know what I mean? We need it to get out there, and that's how we got to do it. You know what? I don't really know Ritz. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant popping tags. I just didn't understand the question. Yeah, yeah, we'll be on the East Coast for some of the dates. I don't think people who blow up are sellouts. It just depends on how they get there. I do think there's a lot of underqualified people that are getting radio play and love. It's just one of those things. It's almost like, I want to make the proper analogy here. But the proper analogy I want to make here is like, you know, if all you have to eat is bread and water, after a while you're going to start liking bread and water, right? So what I mean by that is Kodak Black, Lil Yachty, whatever, right? If you put these dudes on the radio and force them, here, you don't like the black and white? Here, we'll go back to Dream. There you go. No more black and white. There's the Dream state. All right, here's my thing about the sellout question. Whose names? I don't know Future's music very well. All right, so like if all you have to eat is bread and water, aka if everything that's on the radio, and you're a young impressionable mind, you know, you're 17, 16, 15, 18, 20, whatever, 25 is young, you know, shit, I feel young, I'm in my 30s already. If I think of like Kodak Black, Lil Yachty, those type of groups as like bread and water, like junk food. You know what I mean? Like if that's all you're gonna feed the crowd, then people are gonna end up eating it. So the point is like whatever you put on the radio, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna get blown up. You know? So I feel like those people are underqualified. There's always good stuff though. There's always good stuff on the radio, and there's always crap on the radio. What's mumbly? Is this effect make my voice mumbly? I hope not. There you go. Logic's a great example. I really haven't heard his music, but I know he's pretty dope. Yep, I agree. Mainstream is not all garbage. You know what? For everybody asking about who I'm going to collab with, I think I've gotten to a point recently where I'm just not going to collab that much with people unless they make it super easy. You know? Yeah, I just, for me, I'm just going to focus on making super, super dope music. And maybe there won't be any collabs on this next album. Maybe I'll have my homies on there, a few different people. Yeah, it'll probably be more of a KFV only album, this next one. I love a lot of people. I know a lot of people in the industry, but a lot of times waiting for their verses and the way the sound quality comes out because they recorded somewhere else, it's just too frustrating. So, you know, I know a lot of people gain popularity by doing collabs, but for me, I'm not really tripping on all that. I think I'm gonna just make an album. I'm in the middle of working on an album right now. Well, you know what? The last album did have a lot of collabs. Hold on. Garbage truck going by. Futuristic is a homie of mine. Nah, I mean, if Tech makes it easy, he's the one that asked me to collab originally and then nothing happened. So, again, you know, like Tech's a great example. He reached out to me and was like, yo, I'm sorry we haven't collabed yet. I really want to collab with you. But if he makes it easy, then we're going to do it. Of course, I'm going to do it. You know? If my numbers were higher, he would have done it a long time ago. That's real. If I was, you know, B.O.B. or Future or Problem or Lil Wayne, we would have done 5 collabs by now. But it's all good. It's all love. I love Tech. He's my friend. I don't even look at him as like a business person. To me, we're just friends. And I feel like somebody at his level just needs a friend. But yeah, I'm just focused on my own music. I'm not really focused on trying to do collabs and other artists. That just takes away from the universe and the greatness that we're creating over here at Kung Fu Vampire. Nope, nothing with Team Backpack. Oh, in conclusion, the reason why my last album had quite a few collabs is I didn't want to leave. Like, I started getting some of my friends at Magic Ninja on the album, and then I didn't want to leave the other ones off. So I just got everybody on the label at the time on the record, you know? Me and Gmo will do something. I'm just waiting for the right beat to jump out at me for him, you know? Gmo, I need a certain type of a song. I know what I'm looking for a Gmo collab, and once I have it, we'll go from there. Sorry about the bad connection, y'all. I'm on a walk, you know? Stroll through the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I would. Very true, RJ. All right, if you guys got any more questions, I'm down to answer them. I'm gonna hop off here in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Stop it right at the 30-minute mark. Appreciate you guys tuning in to my very first YouTube live stream. Yes, I would totally do an epic rap battles of history. TNT, hook me up with that, man. Give me the connection on that. Hey, I agree. I don't need anybody to, I just need to focus on my own shit. I do collab for other people. I do sell collabs. That's part of how I pay the bills. People hit me up every day for collabs. Man, I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of hip-hop right now. I listen to Run the Jewels. They're pretty dope. I like Schoolboy Q. I'm a big fan of Schoolboy Q. That's about it. The Joker and I could do a song with him any second if I wanted to. But I'm not really tripping on that. I just think it's kind of weird. I just want to make great songs, you know? My tour starts May 25th in Bakersfield. All right, it's myself and Locksmith, plus the homie Little Scam from out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's dope. So yeah, I'm in San Jose right now, beautiful San Jose, doing my very first live YouTube stream. Goes the fucking garbage truck again. Very focused on this tour. My last album is Look Alive. It came out about 8 months ago. I'm very proud of it. I feel like it's my best work yet. I landed on the Billboard charts with that. And yeah, so yeah, May 25th it starts in Bakersfield. Get tickets at kungfuvampire.com. I've only done one song with Hopsin, and it was about 4 years ago. And if you were me, you would have put the song out too, because yeah, like, you know, collab with who I can that makes it easy. If they don't make it easy, we're not gonna do it. I wish I could collab with some of my favorite artists, but I'm not gonna go banging on their door and begging for a collab. I'll wait till they're ready to collab with me, you know? I do have some Spacebar albums. My very first album, today is the 17th anniversary of an album I put out as a teenager, my very first record from the year 2000, April 20th, 2000. Today is the 17-year anniversary in 2017. Hit the likes, leave some comments. If you want to go to my tour, please make sure you bring some people with you. We need to show these promoters that we have fans and support. Okay? KungFuVampire.com for tickets. Facebook.com/Kung